Hey guys, it's Kane, and today I'm going to talk about how I made the melodies for Finding Peace from Born in the Sky. So when I first approach a composition, I always like to have an image in my head, and I started doing this back when I was just performing classical music because it would help me, play the more complicated stuff without my brain getting in the way of the muscle memory. But when I'm composing, I like to do it so that I don't get too caught up over the theory, because when your brain is focusing on that image, you don't tend to get too caught up in the small details, and then you can have a piece that flows nicely. So in this case, I had the image of a friend and his imaginary friend going on a journey to find peace. And so at the beginning, you have this kind of ascending chord progression. And as you can see, the left hand is moving up in its arpeggio, and so is the right hand. And it's all to give you this sense of kind of ascending, walking upwards. And if you pay attention to the bass notes, I've voiced the chords so that you have this kind of stair step. And I think this really establishes a nice tension to go into the main chorus. And so what I have here is kind of like a planting one foot at a time kind of thing. I was thinking about it like, left foot. You have, now it's, rather than all ascending, you have kind of this more firm, taking one step, taking another, and then that's like the pause, the breath, and then you go back. So to go into a little bit more detail, when I'm doing this chord progression, it's actually just a 1, dominant second. This is a 1, but it's a major 7, a 4, and then 5. And so one of the more basic chord progressions in theory is, the 4-1 or the 5-1, where when you're sitting on this 4, you kind of have this urge to go back to the 1. And so the way you play around with that is can really make your music unique, because I'm not just going into this 4 like out of nowhere. I'm building up to it with you kind of sneak it in there, and now you really feel like you want to let go of that tension. And so that's what kind of keeps the music interesting as you're making it, and also keeps the image of someone who's kind of walking up a hill looking for peace. And the rest of the image kind of comes from the sound design. So I also have this really breathy pad. And there's another 4-1. So hopefully, this little video was able to help kind of give a look into how I compose things and maybe give you some ideas for your next track too. Thank you guys.